Hey guys, welcome back to your spot for anything except for actual video quality. So I thought I would tell you a quick little story time. And honestly eat because I haven't eaten all day. I found this at
my local grocer.
I have grapes, meat and cheese, and some chips in case this doesn't go well. Also, isn't that just music to your ears? This is a story about my
elementary school Crazy Loom empire.
So I was in 4th grade and I was like 2013 to 2014. Crazy Loom was just starting to hit every single school around. Everybody wanted them, but nobody, like in my class at least, had a Crazy Loom except for me and 2 other girls. So whenever we would go to school, everybody would ask to get some from us. We saw an opportunity there. Hindsight, that's context. My school had this like currency system called pawbucks, and you would get them by just doing well in class, answering questions, being kind, getting little bucket filler awards. And because these pawbucks were being accumulated by the students, we got this school store where you could buy little trinkets and little stationery things. Or there would be more cool items, which were lunch with the principal on the stage in the cafeteria. I never understood the appeal of that.
I think I did that one time.
But these were more expensive, like 50 to 100 pawbucks. So if you're like me and need instant gratification, this just wasn't it for you. There was this other option that started in my 4th grade year, which was having
Picnics
on the lawn, which was outside of the eating area, so you had like your own space, and that was perfect. It was just like, I'm cool, I'm different. You could have pizza delivered and like, or any kind of like fast food. You can have like your parent bring it and then share it with the people that you're doing the picnic with. But everybody basically had to chip in to pay it, because I think this one was like 100 pawbucks. I always wanted to do that, and so did one of my friends. We had a lot, but not enough pawbucks. We just thought,
hey, everybody wants Crazy Loom bands.
so why don't we make them and then sell them? After we decide that this is something we're gonna do, we make it like a known business. It felt like we were selling illicit substances because none of the teachers knew, and I'm pretty sure it was something we weren't allowed to do, but we were doing it. So we start telling all of the students just like, hey, we don't make it for you, but I'm gonna be like, any products in return, like this needs to be an even exchange. And it would literally, whenever we would make and bring the Crazy Loom products, we had to like do a secret exchange of it, because somebody once got in trouble for like doing something for somebody, and then like they paid them actual money. So in our head we were like, okay, this is the same exact thing. And so this went on for like an entire year of us just making Crazy Loom bands and selling them, and we accumulated so many, like we made probably like 200 pawbucks in that one like trimester, I think. It was so much. And then we started bringing on more employees to expand our company. So we expanded from just Crazy Loom to then making duct tape items. And it was like those little cute things from like the 2010s. If you were in elementary school at the time, like you would make duct tape purses, duct tape wallets, whatever they were. I was obsessed with that stuff. But one of my friends was really good at making them, so she became like the head of that duct tape unit. And me and my co-owner, we stuck with like the Crazy Loom stuff, and I had like a book with more advanced patterns in it, so I was like the connoisseur of more complex bands. And I just thought it was very fun, but it was so stress-inducing because I thought I was like breaking the rules at the school. Who cares? Who cares? Then I'm going around and I'm fulfilling all of these orders. Halfway through the year, we're like,
okay, we need to step up our game. We need to step up our game a little bit.
And we're like,
we need to find a way to like make people want to buy more.
You trap them with a coupon, you make them think that they're spending less. In that entire year, we had 9 picnics. So needless to say, business was booming, and it just doubled with the coupons being put into place, and we had like this raffle for students too. But like, I'm so surprised that we like successfully flew under the radar the entire year. None of the teachers knew about it. They just thought that we like were making drawings for like the coupons, but no, that was a form of currency. We were trying to look out for our buyers. We disbanded after that summer. We didn't see it through. In 2019, I could have went to the Sweetener World Tour if I turned this into an actual business. I will never forgive my 14-year-old self for not having an actual business enterprise by 2019 so I could go see Ariana Grande. Because I think that's the last time she will ever come where I am. I was a victim to capitalism at 10 years old. It felt good to be in the 1%. I will not lie to you. I think it was like 2 years after I graduated from my elementary school, they got rid of the student store. Like the picnic option was no longer available for anybody, according to I think my sister. I think that might have been my fault. It wouldn't be the first time that I got something banned at that school. Me and the same friend group that made the Enterprise was also the same friend group that got Truth or Dare banned. And we had to have a whole assembly about it, cause okay, this is now becoming a two story time. So basically, we were all sitting around playing Truth or Dare as kids do at lunch after you hit like 6th grade. I feel like you stop playing at 6th grade. Like you no longer just play on the playground, you just sit and talk on the grass. One of my friends, it was actually my co-founder, that dared this guy in my group to walk on like these double bars. Basically, she dared him to walk on the double bars like a chicken and peck one of the girls. I'm going to kill this guy. What did I expect? To walk on the double bars like a chicken and peck one of like the girls down there, and like I understood what she meant. It's just I feel like there was just too much of her interpretation, but I understood it. It was basically just like pretend to like don't actually touch them. I don't think he was executing it flawlessly up until the last minute. So he's walking on it, form amazing. And then he decides to like peck. I didn't see any physical contact occur. So I'm still to this day questioning if these girls lied about it. His version of like pecking the girls was to punch one of them. And they were a grade below us. They go up to the meanest lunchtime playground like at monitor, I don't know. And they told her that he punched them. I don't know if he actually did. When everybody started lining up to go back into their classes, first she called the guy, and then she asked him who else was in the group, and then he gave them all of our names. Then she called us all over by our name, and she has the scariest yelling voice. So then we just get all told to go back into the line. And I'm like, okay, cool. So like,
We got let off.
we go into our classroom. She comes around to both of our classes. We were being taken out one by one until we were all there in a group. It was so scary. So we were all taken out there and asked what happened, and it's just like,
Well, she dared him to do this thing and he decided to do this.
and we were all explaining it, and I get told to go back into the classroom. Everybody's asking me what happened when I like went back in, and I'm just like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Trying to be mysterious and cool at 12 years old. I find out after school that my friend and him were the only two that got in trouble. My friend had to sit out of recess for like 2 weeks. It was so like stupidly long. He had to like write sentences and sit out of recess too. But at that point we're like, okay, it's all said and done, we're fine. It's been like 3 days now. And then we are hit with an assembly at the end of the week on Friday. It was like a spontaneous one, so nobody knew what it was about. I heard like teachers asking what's this assembly for? And it is directly about the Truth or Dare. They decided to ban the game. Like if anybody in the school is found to be like playing the game, they will get whatever the elementary school equivalent of detention is. It was so dumb. It was so dumb. But yeah, then a couple of years later, after Euphoria became really popular, my friend made a TikTok, and it, like, I forgot that this whole truth or dare thing occurred, and then she made a TikTok with the audio. It's just like, is this play about us? I forgot that it occurred. That is the best representation of how it felt watching that at 12 years old, like watching the assembly occur and then having them like degrade us. My sister didn't know that that was my friend group that did that. And so within the same like breath of me telling her about my crazy loom empire, I told her about this story too. And she's just like,
Why? Like, my queen does nothing.
but you're over here getting laws put into place at our elementary school that surpasses my standing at the school. Yeah.